to another outstanding edition of XCW Xtra compilation. I am your host Fletch, and we have another exciting hour of XCW action to come your way right now. We're not going to waste any time. I'm even in action on this very episode. Yeah, that's something you don't see too often, but that's happening here tonight. Our opening contest sees myself, Fletch, going against Hunter Halcyon and Hayden Vex in triple threat action. That's a hell of a way to kick us off here tonight. Plus, match number 2, going to bring you down a notch. We're going to see Riot going against a friend of his, and Ivar, Frostbane. They go one-on-one for the very first time. Trust me, I know that this match is ugly, but it's the right thing to do to get these matches to you, the XCW fans. So let's kick it off. Fletch, Hunter Halcyon, Hayden Vex, triple threat, kicking us off right now on XCW Xtra compilations. Here you go, ladies and gentlemen, an XCW Xtra's rarity. We're going to see Fletch in action here on XCW Xtra compilations as he makes his way to the ring for triple threat action, and it's against two men that he is no strangers to. Two of them, he has both tagged up with these guys. He's won tag team championships with these men, and now he's in a triple threat situation. We're talking about Hunter Halcyon and Hayden Vex. And it's going to be interesting to see who will be able to come out the winner in this, as all three have very different personalities, very different skill, and I can't wait to see how this match is going to go.
You argue here that Fletch here is actually the odd man out. In both times of these tag cases, the star in them was Hayden Vex, and then when it was him and Hunter, it was Hunter Halcyon. So Fletch, being the weakest link in this group, but he is also the most experienced, the vet, the legend in this match.
Yeah, I mean, numbers don't lie. Fletch has definitely put up a few championships in his time here in XCW, and that is just a testament. Obviously, the vet out of the three in this matchup, as we hear the music of one, Hunter Halcyon, a former XCW Tag Team Champion alongside Fletch. He also put Fletch away for the Mr. Summermania Cup
XCW
at Summermania this past year.
How we doing?
Hunter has been on one hell of a ride in XCW in just a year.
Hunter Halcyon, Fletch, Hayden Vex, all three of these men, no stranger to championship gold. Hunter Halcyon seeking championship gold of his own since breaking away from Fletch in the tag team. Tonight he looks to put away Fletch and Hayden Vex.
Yeah, two former XCW champions.
And you gotta think, if he's able to put away such high caliber names, that could shoot him up the rankings towards a singles championship.
And here we go, ladies and gentlemen, the natural born killer on his way.
It is true that if he does take them both out here tonight, it'll be a very impressive victory, but it isn't going to come easy, as we've seen the most explosive superstar to come out the gate, Hayden Vex, coming in and putting the company on notice during his first run.
Ladies and gentlemen, Hayden Vex, he calls himself the natural born killer, and this could be killing time for Hunter Halcyon and Fletch, as there he is, ladies and gentlemen, former XCW champion, former Extreme King winner. Hayden Vex has done everything at the top of the food chain as possible.
No stranger to securing the big win. Like you said, Hayden Vex, one death by Vex, and that's usually it. You gotta think, tonight, is he gonna focus on his former royalty stablemate, or is he gonna focus on the much smaller Hunter Halcyon? I mean, Hunter Halcyon is the smallest man in this match.
Well, if we know anything about Hayden Vex, I don't think he'll choose one or the other. He will try and get both, being the alpha, the killer he is.
I personally think it'd be smart for him to side with Hunter and go after Fletch. get the ring veteran out of the ring, get him out of the equation, and then focus on him.
Not only is he the ring veteran, but he's also the biggest man in this match. And it's probably smarter to go for the biggest guy, cut him down first, so that you can focus on each other and get a victory.
Do that.
Very true. Very true. Very good ring psychology there, but we have yet to determine if that is the route he will go as he shakes hands with Fletch.
Yeah, there's a sportsmanship from Fletch. He shook hands with Hunter Halcyon, then Hayden Vex. Now telling the two of them to shake hands. We're going to keep this...
keep it civil.
Yeah. Best man win, and that was not what I expected.
Not very civil.
Hunter hasn't earned that respect in his mind yet, as we said, Hayden and...
Japanese arm drag to kick us off here.
One to Hayden Vex as well. Is it going to keep going? 2! Death by Vex.
Hayden put a stop to that real quick.
And like I said, one death by Vex could be it. Fletch smartly rolling out to the outside of the ring to avoid potentially getting pinned off of the death by Vex right there.
And then a T-bone suplex.
Look how much he's throwing Hunter Halcyon around the ring.
Just devastating.
Tossing him around like a sack of potatoes.
He continues doing it, proving a point that he is the draw. He is the alpha. He is the killer.
Yeah, but he's only as good as this win, and I don't know if he can throw Fletch around the ring like that.
That's true, but as of right now, Fletch is busy laying on the outside of the ring from the Death by Vex, so I don't think it quite matters.
Fletch is trying to find all of his teeth in the rocks out there.
And scoop slam down from Hayden Vex to Hunter Halcyon as Hayden is firmly in control in the beginning of this match with a cocky pin. I don't know. Yeah, he's definitely not going to be able to deal with that.
That's true, but I don't know how much more Hunter Halcyon can take of Hayden Vex dominating. Chop to the chest, taking Hunter down to the mat. He's definitely feeling that right now as he's very slow to get back up to his feet.
Speaking of getting back to his feet, Fletch is slowly starting to stir on the outside there.
Oh, backbreaker. Down across the knee of Hayden Vex, and he just continues. Yeah, he just continues to demolish the back. Of Hunter Halcyon. Could this be it? 2. What a kick out.
And again, the power of Hayden Vex on display. And, you know, you were right. I don't think I could see him doing that to Fletch. And Fletch...
The veteran awareness of pulling Hayden out and getting him out the ring, throwing him into a post. That should keep Hayden Vex down for now and should save Hunter Halcyon some time of being tossed around.
Or maybe Fletch going right after the attack here. Hard kick to Hunter Halcyon. Irish whip from Fletch. What has he got in mind here? Oh my God, a sky high from Fletch down on Hunter Halcyon. Could this be it? 1, 2, and a kick out from Hunter.
Fletch almost slithered his way back into a win, back into a victory there.
The thing I'm impressed with most right now is the durability of Hunter Halcyon taking all these devastating...
Michinoku driver from Fletch. 1, 2, and another kick out from Hunter Halcyon. Fletch is pulling out all the stops to try to put him away here.
I just want to know how the ref knew when he kicked out when he wasn't even facing his shoulders.
Good point.
He continues beating down on Hunter Halcyon. Hunter can't take a break.
Irish whip reversal there into the corner. Hunter with some offense for the first time in this match, I feel like.
And it looks as if... And it hits him with his own cannonball. I mean, you know, you think of tag teams recently, and Hunter Halcyon and Fletch had a very dominant showing as tag team champions, so of course Hunter Halcyon is going to know what Fletch brings to the table as far as move-wise, but...
Hayden Vex back into the fray.
You know, we thought Hunter was in control, but Hayden comes back and ruins all of the plans right there, as it looks like, is he going to do it?
Off the top, beautiful superplex.
He's not done there.
Right into the Falcon.
Could this be enough? 1, 2, 2, Fletch breaks up the pin.
Hayden Vex getting too cocky there, forgetting there's a third man in the match, not taking advantage of the situation while both of them are down.
And speaking of being down, Hunter Halcyon rolled to the outside smartly, though, avoiding taking any more damage in this match.
As no one can get any offense in on Hayden Vex as he takes Fletch down onto his back. He's driving into that leg, making sure Fletch can't hit him with
anything. Any kicks.
And Enziguri, a staple on Fletch's moveset.
But Fletch had it scouted, able to wrench back on Hayden Vex there.
He should wrench back a little bit harder and make sure to put him out for good. As Hayden Vex rolls through.
There's a pin. That's a pin. 1, 2. Nice job from Hayden Vex to go from being stuck in that headlock submission to rolling over into a possible pinfall that could have put Fletch away, but it didn't work out this time.
Hayden Vex very angry at the ref because if the ref would have caught it any sooner, that would have been a 3.
Fletch trying to work back here, some hard right shots. There's the spit shot. Hayden didn't let that one go through.
Doesn't connect as Fletch gets a chop to the chest. What can you do to Hayden Vex to put him down as clearly we see nothing is working?
Nothing. You can't do anything. Hunter Halcyon now back into the fray. Goes after Hayden Vex and X Factor. Nice job by Hunter Halcyon.
And Hunter trying to come in like a ball of fire with the beautiful rolling thunder splash there. 1, 2, and again, only a near fall on Hayden Vex there.
It's like we're watching an active game of rock, paper, scissors. Fletch beats Hunter, Hunter beats Hayden, and Hayden beats Fletch. Hunter, nice arm wrench.
Oh, driving that shoulder of Hayden Vex into the mat. And look at that. Look at that submission. It could be game over for Hayden Vex.
Well, the unfortunate thing is Fletch is up, and what has he got in mind here?
He got a little bit of bow and arrow action on that leg there, even held it back for a second to get the extra momentum on it. Right into the McGiblets.
Shot him from an outie to an innie. Unfortunate for Hunter Halcyon.
Oh, drives the fist from the second rope down across the face of what's left of Hayden Vex's teeth.
That motherfucker ain't having children.
As Fletch starts to go working on Hunter Halcyon.
Oh, speaking of teeth, Fletch's are now gone too.
And Hunter making his way to the top rope. What could he be looking for here?
Oh my God, he's gonna
Both
die!
other men starting to feet in a beautiful double cross body there, taking both men out. Goes for the pin on Hayden Vex.
And Fletch pulls Hunter Halcyon off the top of Hayden Vex to keep from getting a pinfall. One pinfall to a finish here. It looks like he's setting him up for the curb stomp. That might be it. Did he level him up now? 2, no.
And Hayden Vex there to break up the pin. Like you said earlier, not paying attention to the third guy in the ring. Hayden Vex was still in the ring when Hunter Halcyon went for that pin.
Unfortunately, I don't know what the Hunter takes Hayden down and punches his face as he deserves. Hunter being fired up. Can he use this momentum against the two older men in the ring?
Fletch back to his feet now. Oh, he's got Hunter Halcyon up. What does he have in mind for him here? He's got him up. Stare down between Fletch and Hayden. What's going to happen here? Looks like Hunter's trying to wiggle out of it a little bit. Fletch trying to keep him on his feet. He tries to roll him over for a crucifix. He's got him 1, but no. Immediately, Hayden Vex breaks up the cover.
As you can see, no man being able to take advantage of the situation. As Hayden picks up Hunter back to his feet, goes for an Irish whip.
Oh, right into Fletch.
He threw a guy into another guy and now is the only guy standing.
As he has been for most of this match. As he picks Hunter Halcyon up and Fletch is also back to his feet. What do they both got in mind as it looks like they're about to sandwich Hunter Halcyon or
Irish whip. They hook both. Oh, what is this? What are they going to do with him now? Oh, my God, driving him into the mat. Fletch goes for the bumping uppercut. No. Hayden Vex immediately gets out of it.
Hayden Vex has had everything from everybody scouted in this contest as he picks Hunter up and power bombs Hunter Halcyon right onto the back of Fletch. I mean, Fletch is an older gentleman. That back may not be as booming as it was before.
2, and a kick out from Fletch, surprisingly, after having a human body dropped on the back of his head. What is it going to take for one of these men to win this matchup?
It's going to take Hayden Vex hitting a death by Vex.
We've already seen one tonight. How many more will we see before he can finally put one of these two men down? You see the durability of Hunter Halcyon and the ring awareness of Fletch.
I mean, but let's be honest. Nobody should win this match other than the Hayden Vex. He has everything scouted. He doesn't let anyone else in this match do anything. So there's no reason why Hayden Vex should not be able to easily put one of these guys away.
Hunter Halcyon starting to work on Hayden Vex. Got him after another curb stomp.
But he's not going for the pin. And that's going to cost him. He's got to try to get his footing here. He's trying to... Oh, no. Fletch caught him before he could get to Hayden Vex. Fletch has got him back up. And there's a death by Vex to Fletch. And at the same time, a flapjack to Hunter. Could this be it? 1, 2, 3, and it is. Hayden Vex wins.
I mean, you had it called, Josh. You had it called.
Who else could have won this match other than the natural born killer as he starts to take it out on the ref? The disrespect all around to the people in the ring and to the XCW staff.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, another dominating win by the Alpha, by the killing machine known as Hayden Vex here on XCW Xtra. And look at that. One of the most menacing men in XCW's long history, Hayden Vex, with another huge win. But coming up next, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to see the debuting Ivar Frostbane going one-on-one with Alex Riot, unfortunately. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. More action on our way.
We are being joined by the debuting Ivar Frostbane.
Yeah, the Berserker Ivar Frostbane on his way to the ring. And there's a menacing sight. And, well, unfortunately, this is going to be a menacing sight the entire time. We want to apologize ahead of time.
Very much so. It appears that his clan won't let him earn his beard until he finally gets his first victory here, and that is very unfortunate because the last of his face that I see is the Robbie.
Unfortunately, we're not going to see much of his face, but we're probably going to see a lot of his cracks, so be prepared for that. As we prepare to see the appearance here of the Vampire Warrior, Alex Riot, who had an amazing matchup with Tommy the Man Merriman at our last XCW Extras. Unfortunately, you're not going to get the same result in this match.
Unfortunately not, but...
if you guys want to just skip it and then come back to this match, after this match, you won't be upset.
Alex Riot is the guy that trained Ivar Frostbane, had a hand in training Ivar.
I don't know if Ivar was trained. We'll let the fans be the judge when they see this.
So you gotta think that Alex Riot's gonna go into this match knowing what to, I would say, expect with Ivar Frostbane, but I don't think you can expect anything from him.
I expect Alex Riot to put deodorant on. It's clearly that he does not, so I don't know how far my expectations are going to go.
So, wait a second. Okay. Isn't it vampires that don't like garlic?
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure a shirt says it don't like it.
No.
This is my right,
He doesn't like garlic.
and he's gonna die.
You put garlic on your pizza?
Have you ever been to Domino's?
No, the trashiest place in this town.
No, Little Caesars is. But regardless of that, we have a matchup, or at least I hope we do, between Alex Riot and Ivar Frostbane here on XCW Xtra. And I'm going to try not to crack up during any point at this time. And Ivar's got cracked for all of this.
Okay, so he's supposed to be a Viking, right? Why is he wearing green, white, and blue?
They're colorblind.
Hey, you ready? I'm ready. You ready?
Speaking of colorblind, referee Steve calls for the bell, and here we go, one-on-one. Alex Riot, Ivar Frostbane here on our second match on XCW Xtra. Nice tie-up, and immediately Ivar showing his strength against Alex Riot.
He's also showing some crack there too, but I would want to keep Alex Riot as far as width as me from as possible.
Tell him,
just
Steve-O.
not catch a whiff.
And Ivar backing Alex into the corner.
Get back.
Referee Steve-O there to break it up.
He's not taking advantage of his strength against Alex Riot, as Riot being able to walk out of the corner and circling each other again.
He goes for another tie-up. Alex rolls underneath the arm there and immediately goes for the kick to work on Ivar. He's got him in a side headlock as he adjusts. Doesn't work. Hammerlock now on Riot.
He's struggling more with his tights than he is with Riot.
Well, I mean, has Riot won a single match in XCW, so is it much of a struggle?
He
Oh!
falls back into the ropes. That had to feel very uncomfortable for him.
I'm very uncomfortable watching this match.
I mean, Alex did beat Tommy at the last Extras compilation.
And that's the only one he's ever won in his entire
Back
career.
in the ring. Let's go. Mark out. And yes, I know I count.
Alex Riot is dragging Ivar outside of the ring. Where is he throwing him into?
Oh, into the padded roll. I bet that hurt.
Your guy. 3.
And I hope that Riot gets pizza after this.
I really do too.
Come on.
Right now, once again, has Ivar by the hair, throws him back into the ring. He barely got in the ring. His foot hit every rope on the way in. Irish whip now set up by Alex Riot. Ivar with a John Cena foot up in the air. Now does the shoulder tackle. Frostbane.
Front punch to the gut.
We're doing everything we can. Ladies and gentlemen, if you don't want to watch this match, you can easily right now go to xcwshopzone.threadless.com. Buy merch. Don't buy their shit. Buy our merch. Buy the guys who actually have talent on XCW Shop Zone. Go check out all of our information of all of our XCW superstars over on xcwrestling1.wixsite.com/Showville. Also, you can go to our secondary channel, XCW All Access, where you can see JWF, who are both way more talented than either of these men in the ring. But nonetheless, back to the action.
What action?
Okay. Well, let's just talk a little bit more. We have a Twitter, XCW_Shelbyville. We also have Instagram, XCW Shelbyville. Riot off the rope and a knee to the rope, and it ricocheted back into Ivar's face, and unfortunately it didn't into ours.
So rumor has it Alex Riot doesn't like a hot dog in a handshake. He likes Hungry Howie's in a handshake.
As he goes for the same thing again, but slows down so Ivar can stun gun him into the ropes as he slowly slides down to the second. Ivar picks him up instead of...
I'm not sure what's going on here. Riot just throws himself out of the ring.
Yeah.
Well, he is now eliminated from the Extreme King, ladies and gentlemen.
I would try and get away from Ivar Frostbane as much as I
Oh! There's forearm clubs to the chest of Alex Riot. Ladies and gentlemen, Alex Riot is a professional wrestler. You can catch him on the indie circuit if you can handle watching this matchup. This is about as good as anything that I've seen UWA put out in years.
Come on, we got wrestling.
Ivar goes to the outside now. Riot tries to pull himself. Oh my God! Into the post. He may have put a crack in his body. Oh wait, that was already there.
Real shame too, because I'm waiting for this match to be over as he throws him back in. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, you can go ahead and skip this match to the next match. A lot of the other matches on this card are very great. Don't let this put you down. And always check out our shop.
And we have a huge debut in our main event here tonight. That's still to come. And we have another surprise coming up for you tonight as Brady Branson takes on the debuting Riley Bates. And I'm sure you've seen Riley Bates all over the internet. He's wrestled for 345 companies like the rest of them. So it's going to be awesome to finally see him make his debut here in XCW. And I have no idea what's going on in the ring, ladies and gentlemen.
We just got to see shades of Fletch as he attempted a cannonball. Of course, Fletch and even JL is doing it better.
And he's got this locked in no way I've never seen before, but it's effective, obviously, as Riot now slowly getting to his feet. What does Frostbane have in mind here? Oh! A kick to the back. Right above the crack there. From Riot.
Wrestle!
Oh, hard right shot. Oh, they're trading blows here, and they probably traded blows before this match, too. That was not a good joke, I'm sorry. I'm talking about blow.
Happy Pride Month. Anyways.
Hard right hands to the face of Riot from Frostbane here. And, Macho Man couldn't have done it any better. 1, 2, and a kick out from Alex Riot. And, Riot goes low.
Kicks the right leg and Frostbane holds his left.
Nice spine buster. The highlight of the match just happened. 2, 3, and that's it.
Thank God, ladies and gentlemen, it is over. The only thing he did in the match that was worth anything is what finished the match.
No. What an amazing match, ladies and gentlemen. Back to, who am I kidding? Back to Fletch in the studio. Regardless of my thoughts on the match, there you have it. Alex Riot going one-on-one with Ivar Frostbane here on XCW Xtra compilation. And the action doesn't stop there, ladies and gentlemen. We have 2 more matches lined up for you right now. First up, in Fatal 4-Way action. A match you literally cannot see anywhere else but right here on XCW Xtra compilation. We're going to see Miano Diaz, Jaxsin, DJ Wolbert, and DTC in one of the strangest lineups on a Fatal 4-Way I think I have ever seen. Who doesn't belong here? Jaxsin, Miano Diaz, DTC, and DJ Wolbert. Can Jaxsin find a way to defeat 3 smaller men, or is the fast-paced action from those other 3 going to be able to defeat him here tonight? Plus, for the very first time ever here in XCW, we're going to see Riley Bates in action. Yes, if you have not seen Riley Bates in action before, you are in for a treat. Riley Bates goes one-on-one with breakaway Brady Branson here on our semi-main event on XCW Xtra compilation. But let's waste no more time. Fatal 4-Way action is coming your way. Miano Diaz, Jaxsin, DJ Wolbert, and DTC. Let's get to it. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Fatal 4-Way action, and we're about to be joined by an XCW Hall of Famer, DTC. Battle Creek Zone.
DTC, no stranger to entertaining us here on the Extras compilations, as we saw his last match on an Extra compilation was against Mikey Nitro, and that was a one-on-one competition, but tonight he's got 3 other opponents in the ring with him, and he is the veteran in this match. I mean, been wrestling for as long as Festus has been alive, so you gotta wonder if that experience is gonna gain him the victory against these other 4 competitors.
Are you saying that DTC has been there when Jesus was born? Because I'm pretty sure Ref Festus did see the coming of Jesus. But anyways, our next opponent coming to the ring will be none other than the Scarecrow himself, DJ Wolbert.
DJ, the Scarecrow of XCW, on his way to the ring, and obviously both of these men have the speed. And DJ on his way to the ring. There's definitely an odd man out in this match, and it's not these two.
DJ following DTC around, and DTC slides back in the ring.
You know, there hasn't been too much interaction between these two, obviously coming from two different eras of XCW, but they have a very similar style, fast-paced action, and DJ Wolbert needs a win in this matchup for sure. He's going to be able to, if he wins this match, he's going to put away a man who has won hardcore, new age, and tag team championships, an XCW Hall of Famer, and a man who in his own right is the XCW International Champion. So it's definitely looking good for DJ Wolbert to get a win in this matchup.
It definitely is, but as we see in the next one coming to the ring.
The law of the land himself.
And definitely already looking like the odd man out, the big man of the ring.
Yeah, this must have been 2020 when I think.
Or maybe he's just trying to hide from Fletch during this time period, but
Maybe.
focus on the competitors in the ring. You got the shiftiness of DTC, you have the injury proneness of DJ Wolbert, and now you have the law of the land, the big man, the strong man, the wall coming into the ring.
Now, while there are three other competitors in this match who haven't really had much of an interaction with each other outside of Miano and DJ Wolbert having an interaction with each other in a program for the New Age title, Jaxsin has had interactions and run-ins with every individual in this match in some capacity or another.
Absolutely, he has, including our next opponent here, Miano Diaz, on his way to the ring. Obviously, the young speed of this match, a former tag team, hardcore, and New Age champion, Miano Diaz is on his way to Hall of Fame status quickly in his career. And here he is, Miano Diaz, a fan favorite here in XCW, looking to put these three men away, and it will do a lot for his career to say that he has a win over three of these guys here tonight.
You gotta wonder if the speed of these three other competitors are going to match the power that Jaxsin has. I mean, Jaxsin has at one point or another faced each of these individuals one-on-one, so they all have a gripe and a bone to pick at Jaxsin,
including Jaxsin's first match in XCW history being against DJ Wolbert. He obviously has a rivalry with DTC over on Ground Zero, and he's had a back-and-forth tag team feud with the Hardliners as one half of Law Enforcement in 2022. So there's definitely some interaction. However, if I were DTC, Miano, and DJ, I would gang up. I would take Jaxsin out of the equation early.
Yep, that sounds like a very good plan, but
And it looks like DJ's trying to get that plan, and here they go. Immediately going after Jaxsin. Smart by all three of these men.
it's very smart indeed, getting Jaxsin out of the way, but who's going to take advantage of the three small men as DJ Wolbert already putting Miano Diaz on the ground, but DTC stopping it and getting DJ into a headlock here.
DTC slowing it down, which is strange for me to see from the Dynamite DTC as he gets reversed with a suplex there. DJ Wolbert taking advantage there, and seems as if we're going to see a little bit of action between DJ and Miano Diaz, two of the best cruiserweights in the yard today.
So there they go with the head and shoulder lockup as Miano's the smaller.
Collar and elbow. We know.
And DJ does have damage, so it might be a head and shoulder lockup.
Nice shot there. DJ Wolbert. Oh, insecurity to the face of Miano Diaz. 2 in a kick out from Miano Diaz. DJ Wolbert attempting to put away Miano Diaz early in this match to no avail as Jaxsin Law slowly gets back to his feet, as you can see in the background there.
Yeah, he's working his way over. And DJ Wolbert, unfortunately, having the biggest disadvantage in all areas because he's not the vet of the ring that would go to DTC. He's not the strongest that would go to Jaxsin. And I would say the swiftness of Miano Diaz still beats him as he gets kicked right in the face there by Jaxsin Law.
A little unorthodox kick there from Jaxsin Law. Now rolling Miano Diaz to the outside of the ring. And it looks like DJ Wolbert immediately going to work
Only worked once
on
last
Jaxsin
time, DJ.
Law.
Think it'll work
But
again?
DTC is kind of in the shadows here.
You got me in my
The
debut.
Veteran ring savvy
Definitely
of
learned a lot.
DTC not getting in the action immediately, taking his time, saving his breath as we see Jaxsin and DJ looking to lock up here.
DJ doing what DJ does best and trash talking. Playing some mind games.
Miano beating down on DTC, not letting him have his breather back there.
And DJ Wolbert sidesteps Jaxsin Law and immediately goes to work, stomping in the midsection there. And Miano and DTC are just rocking each other on the outside of the ring. Miano's just going to work on DTC.
It's more action outside of the ring than inside of the ring right now as DJ is letting...
Look at this. These guys are going at it. Oh, big clothesline.
Jaxsin Law taking DJ Wolbert's head
I'm
off.
gonna body you
And
like my name ends in
Miano is just on the outside, completely brutalizing DTC. But
He
DTC
throws him back in the ring.
I don't blame him.
and Law coming off the ropes with a
Kick to the back of the head. What goddamn, where'd DTC come from? DTC out of nowhere, and we got 2 pinfalls at once. What happens? DTC and Jaxsin are both confused as I am.
The poor ref in the instance couldn't get the right pin off.
Oh, he went for the drop kick, but Jaxsin Law goes for the clothesline. DTC gets out of that and drives a knee to the face of Jaxsin. He's in no man's land here. Oh, nice job
Big man down, big man down.
by DTC, finally grounding Jaxsin Law. And a moonsault down across. Here he goes, pitfall, but DJ there to break it up to
Gently
4-1.
slaps him in the back.
And wait, DJ. Oh!
Very rare occurrence. You're never going to see the power of DJ Wolbert very often.
Was Miano Diaz have in mind for DJ Wolbert here? Oh, nice! Nice job by Miano Diaz. Could that be enough? 2 and a kick out from DJ.
patented DJ Wolbert or Miano Diaz offense. My apologies. I'm at a loss. I'm still confused as to what we just saw.
Yeah, the pinfall at the same time. They were both confused.
And I want to talk about here the genius behind the pinfall of Miano Diaz, putting all of his weight forward to keep his opponent's shoulders down, as we saw earlier. But Jaxsin Law coming in and helping Miano, probably telling him, hey, I'm bigger than you, this will hurt more. As he gets back to work on 4 DTC. Is there beef behind Miano and DTC that we don't know about?
I'm not sure. Yeah, I kind of wonder.
Jaxsin Law takes advantage of his narrow-sightedness and hits him out of the ring.
It's hard to see through the mask. You lose your peripheral vision with the cloth over the corner of your eye.
Irish whip. Yep, you said it best. There. Oh, clothesline. DTC maybe completely out. DTC got flipped inside out. He's wearing a belly shirt now. Jaxsin Law stomps to the corner on DJ Wolbert. And DDT just driving the face of DJ Wolbert. But Miano Diaz is a wrecking ball in this match. Miano Diaz is all fired up. Drop kicks DJ to the outside, knees Jaxsin Law in the face. He's already had his beef with DTC, so... Oh, hard shot. And that just fired up Jaxsin Law.
Brings him in. What does Jaxsin Law have in mind as he starts attacking DTC? He's locked in the ropes and he throws him back out. Goes to the back and
Long arm of the law from hell. 1, 2, 3, and that's it.
big victory from the big man as he was kind of
The
the
winner of
heavy
this
favorite
match
in
as
this
the
year's
result of a
contender.
pinfall.
As he comes out over a Hall of Famer, the Scarecrow, and Miano Diaz, who is, of course, a fan favorite here.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, we are going to take a short commercial break. When we come back, we have more action on XCW Xtra compilation.
I'm unstoppable. I'm a pusher with no brakes. I'm invincible. Yeah, I'm unstoppable today. I'll smile, I know what it takes to fool this town. I'll do it till the sun goes down, and all through the night time. Oh yeah, I'll tell you what you wanna hear. Leave my sunglasses on while I shed a tear. It's never the right time. Yeah, I put my armor on and show you how strong I am. I put my armor on, I'll show you that I am. I'm unstoppable. I'm a Porsche with no brakes. I'm invincible. Yeah, I win every single game. I'm so powerful. I don't need batteries to play. I'm so confident. Yeah, I'm unstoppable today. Unstoppable today. Unstoppable today. Unstoppable today. I'm unstoppable today. Break down, only alone I will cry out loud. You'll never see what's hiding out deep down. Yeah, I know, I've heard that to let your feelings show is the only way to make friendships grow, but I'm too afraid now. Yeah, I put my armor on, show you how strong I am. I put my armor on, I'll show you that I am. I'm so powerful. I don't need batteries to play. I'm so confident. Yeah, I'm unstoppable today. Unstoppable today. Unstoppable today. Unstoppable today. I'm unstoppable today. Unstoppable today. Unstoppable today. Unstoppable today. Unstoppable today.
Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. We have more action here on XCW Xtra compilations, as we have a treat for you right now, as we're going to get to see the debut of a man that you've probably seen on other internet channels, in Riley Bates, as he finally makes his debut here in an XCW ring as he goes against breakaway Brady.
And Riley Bates goes by many names, and the Army's got a laundry list of mantras that just lead into the one, the only Riley Bates, the fallen star here tonight, trying to prove that he's not the trash that Brady Branson thinks every other outside company produces.
Yeah, well, Brady wants to bleach the callers. He wants to bleach everybody who is not on the XCW roster out of XCW. And now you see all of these faces popping up here in the XCW, and including Riley Bates, who is chomping at the bit to be a part of XCW. And now he has to go up against a man who is trying to rid his very kind out of XCW. So this is going to be tough for Riley Bates, as he's got a hell of a competitor to go against breakaway Brady Branson. Brady only has one monitor, And that mantra is winner.
Three-time XCW champion, two-time international U.S. champion, Brady Branson is probably licking his chops at getting to compete with Riley Bates due to the fact that he's a bit undersized, as you can see here, compared to the ropes. And Brady Branson always had to compete versus all these bigger guys in the XCW, the bigger, the stronger, the faster. And now he potentially gets a break here by getting to match up against Riley Bates.
But it could work against him, as Riley Bates will obviously, a smaller stature, is going to have a little bit quicker pace, and that might be able to find a way to chop the big man Brady Branson down and be able to put him away. Only time will tell in this match.
And Brady Branson, no stranger to competing against the littlest of little guys over on the All Access channel against Jacoby for JWF. So you gotta wonder if maybe he's finally figured out how to tackle
outside trash,
the tiny
make it
man.
in the big league.
Sure, Riley Bates may only be knee-high to a grasshopper, but the Fallen Star is no stranger to toppling the bigger guy. He's been doing it his entire life.
Well, the Fallen Star better be very careful that he doesn't fall to break away Brady Branson. As this match kicks off, Ref Festus checks on both. There's the bell. Brady Branson, Riley Bates for the very first time here on XCW Xtra. I'm excited to see what Riley's going to do in his debut here.
Riley going for a handshake, but Brady countering with a test of strength, playing the mind games already with Riley Bates. Not even.
Well, and there we go. There's the strength and the power of Brady Branson immediately going to the club to the back and grounds Riley Bates and goes after the knee, which is also smart of Brady to try to keep Riley Bates grounded and, you know, keep that fast-paced action to a minimum.
I mean, if Riley Bates can't stand, he can't hit the pop the can, that top rope frog splash, or the worldwide, and a beautiful DDT there from Brady Branson sends Riley Bates whirling there to the mat.
And this is not a good start for Riley Bates in his first match in XCW. He has been completely dominated since the early goings of this match.
Just for
Brady
trash,
talking
trying to make it in the big
Riley
leagues.
Bates right
That'll
now,
never make
while
it.
Riley's slowly making his way back to his feet back there. And he doesn't take advantage of it, that Brady was turned around against him.
Oh, here we go.
I think he was still rocking from that DDT as Brady Branson now lays those stomps in the corner, chopping Riley Bates down to the ground and now laying every bit of his weight into that boot on the throat.
As Ref Festus keeping Brady Branson off of Riley Bates, trying to enforce it, but Brady is going to test those rules to his limits and test Festus's authority in the ring as Riley Bates finally gets some offense back here with a gut kick and a double axe handle to the back, and he keeps going at it, keeping Brady Branson down, which is very smart of Riley Bates right here.
Chopping the big man down, keeping Brady off of his feet, not letting Brady get back up. But, you know, Riley wanting Brady to get up. I don't think that's smart. And a beautiful drop kick there, right to the sternum.
But smart of Brady to roll out of the ring immediately to try to keep
I'm the best.
a gap between him and Riley Bates.
You're trash.
Brady thought he had Riley's number, and Riley was able to get a little burst of momentum, but Riley not capitalizing on it. I'd have went out the ring and gone after Brady.
Should have shook my hand.
Now we finally have both men back in the ring. Brady showing he's looking for a lockup right here.
There's a collar and elbow. Obviously Brady, stronger of the two, wrenching that arm, working on the shoulder of Riley Bates. Nice job, Brady Branson, as he just continues to find body parts and pick apart Bates here.
I mean, Bates has had little to no momentum at all in this contest, and that's smart. I mean, Brady's proving.
Oh, look at
a
this.
point.
Arm bar down across the throat of Riley Bates. He's just keeping him grounded. There's no way for Bates to use his upper body strength to get out of this. He's got to use only his lower body, his legs, to get out of this, and he does as he gets a foot across the bottom rope.
Brady Branson testing those rules again by holding on, even though Riley Bates had a rope break, but finally lets go as Brady's back to his feet and Riley's wreathing in pain over his arm right now.
I mean, Riley's been picked apart this entire contest.
And once again, working on the shoulder, working on the arm of Riley Bates is Brady Branson. telling a hell of a story here. He's trying to pick that one. Oh! Bates with a punch out of nowhere. That's one way to come back in the match.
And I mean, it's smart though for Riley's arm to be the target by Brady, because Riley can't lock in the cattle mutilator and potentially make Brady tap out, and a jumping DDT there.
Bates goes for the pin. Could this be enough? 1, 2, and no. Brady gets that bottom rope.
And Bates has to stay on Brady here, or else Brady's gonna once again capitalize.
Looks like Bates is unfortunately working at Brady's pace, slow, methodical, and I don't know how much that's going to work on the big man here, but he's reciprocating what Brady Branson came to early, working on his ankle right here and continuing to devastate it.
I mean, and that's smart, because if the big man can't stand, he's down on Riley's level.
So it's basically ankle against shoulder at this point. Irish whip from Brady Branson. Huge shoulder tackle once again, goes after the shoulder and continues to wear down Bates.
I mean, Riley has got to figure out something here. He's got to figure something out to try and gain the momentum and get a level up on Brady Branson.
in you there somewhere.
Brady slowly waiting
That's
for
all you
Bates
guys
to
are
get
good
back
for.
to his feet.
This much little fight.
He starts taunting Riley Bates now.
Oh, and a slap from Bates. A slap back from Brady. And Bates is rocked right into the corner.
I mean, if you got that big of a man slapping you, I'd be reeling too.
Kicks Brady back. What does Bates have in mind here as Brady's in the other corner?
And that running chop in the corner from Riley Bates. Bates pulls Brady out. Beautiful uppercut there. He kicks out the leg. He could be looking for that patented step-up enziguri.
And it is. Enziguri to the back of the head from Riley Bates.
That could be it for Brady Branson. He could be out here, but Bates doesn't go straight for the pin. He moves Brady out. What does Bates have in mind here? Climbing up to the second.
Looks like Bates climbing the ropes. Could be looking for the pop of the can. And Brady rolls out of the way.
Brady Branson's back with Riley Bates using that shoulder that Brady Branson's been working on it.
Uh-oh. And that is it, ladies and gentlemen. It's got to be 1, 2, 3, and it is.
I mean, he just squashed Riley Bates like a bug.
No. He bleached Riley Bates out of XCW exactly the way that he said he would. He wants to bleach all the outsiders out of XCW, and that is exactly what he just did. But, ladies and gentlemen, speaking of outside newcomers to XCW, we have a major debut coming up next. Let's head to the studio where Fletch is going to lead us into our main event. We're back, ladies and gentlemen, and it is now time for your XCW Xtra Compilations main event. This is big. On our last episode, we seen the debut of Aaron Blaze going one-on-one with Corey Lee, but tonight, even bigger than that, we're going to see Alex Cardona Thompson going one-on-one in his first appearance in XCW ever. Destructive Jack Delta right here on XCW for the very first time. So, without further ado, let's not waste any time. Alex Cardona Thompson, ACT, one-on-one with Destructive Jack Delta. Main event time here on XCW Xtra, and we are in for a treat, ladies and gentlemen, as we will see the debut of Destructive Jack Delta as he goes one-on-one with this man, Alex Cardona Thompson. And talking about Jack Delta, we have talked about for years wanting to see Jack Delta in an XCW ring. We've seen him go everywhere else but here, but he has finally made his way to XCW, and he's going against the Scholar of XCW here tonight on XCW Extra, on XCW for the very first time, Jack Delta.
I mean, ACT is the smartest man in the room, whatever room he walks into, so you gotta think he's done every measure of homework on Jack Delta. I mean, there's thousands of videos ranging all the way back to 2016 and 17 on Jack Delta that ACT can do homework on. We know ACT loves doing his homework.
Well, if Jack Delta wants any chance of winning tonight, he needs to be more destructive than ACT is a genius, which is a very, very difficult thing to do. As he comes out here very fired up today.
Yeah, Jack Delta, just as much as XCW wanted to see Jack Delta in an XCW ring, Jack Delta wanted to get himself into an XCW ring, and he gets his wish tonight, as does the XCW Galaxy, as Jack Delta has finally made it to XCW.
And it seems as if he is fired up about it. Looking to go home with a victory against ACT here tonight.
We get her underway. Ref Festus calls for the bell.
Here we go, Jack Delta's official XCW debut. The bell has sounded, and we're starting with a lockup between the two.
As it looks like Jack Delta is overpowering ACT, which you don't spend a lot of time in the weight room when you're in the good old study room studying.
That's right.
The nerds tend to avoid the jocks.
Here we go. Circling now, Jack Delta, ACT. Another tie-up. This one didn't work out for ACT the first time, but it does the second time, driving Jack Delta into the mat. And now, the testing out period is over. Now who's going to capitalize and get a win in this match?
You know, I've got to give it to ACT. I mean, there's so much he's able to learn about Jack Delta, and while ACT has a lot out there about him, he hasn't been around as long as Jack Delta has.
Irish whipping a clothesline from ACT, who is in control right now in this match, but it's been back and forth thus far. Is Delta going to be able to get his wits together, get back to his feet, and find a way to put away the Scholar of XCW?
It seems as if ACT is focusing on the leg of Jack Delta.
Oh! ACT with a little bit of power there.
Nasty forearm to Jack Delta, but Jack Delta responds, causing ACT to roll out of the ring and get away from Jack Delta, which is a very good move for ACT right now. As Jack Delta took that shot and came back with a shot of his own, which we don't know how well ACT can keep reciprocating those shots.
Oh! Down a guillotine down across the top rope by ACT. Smart move there. And immediately a kick out at one from Jack Delta as he's trying to work out the kinks a little bit there after he got dropped across that top rope by ACT.
Again, ACT smartly targeting the right leg. Delta cannot pick you up for the Delta driver if he doesn't have a leg to stand on.
It's very true as ACT's back up on the feet and Delta's writhing in pain over that leg. ACT coming back and
the last shot across the back of the head. Could this be enough to put away Delta? 1, 2, and a kick out from Delta.
Delta showing off that durability. ACT can have any plan in his book that he wants. He can have any counter, but it won't matter as long as Delta is still standing at the end of the matches. ACT starting to work on the shoulder now that he realizes the leg isn't working.
Got him locked in a beautiful Fujiwara armbar there. And Delta smartly rolling ACT over into a pinfall there. And
another near fall for Delta. And, there's a spear from Jack Delta. Could this be enough? 1, 2, and a kick out from ACT.
And maybe if the leg wasn't rocked to Delta, he might have been able to put everything he had behind that spear, but that may have been a last-ditch desperation act from Jack Delta. I mean, he's been taking the brunt of ACT's effort this entire contest so far.
Hard shots there from Delta.
Flips him over. And here comes that sliding clothesline. So effective as 1, 2.
No, it does not work out for Delta this time. Oh, look at this!
Very smart. With most competitors, you don't give them a chance to come back. With ACT, Jack Delta wisely not giving him time to think.
Does Delta have ACT's number? ACT trying to get back to his feet. And Noogie. Oh no. Skull Crusher finale from ACT. Is he going to put Delta away in his debut here? 1, 2. No! Delta at 2. Unbelievable.
Barely powering out there. We thought that was the end of Jack Delta. I mean, we saw Brady Branson beat Riley Bates in his debut, and we thought we were going to see ACT take Jack Delta out in his debut here tonight. It looks like ACT is going to go for it one more time. Delta reversing, though. Looks for a Rainmaker on ACT.
1, 2, 3. He's done it. Jack Delta has done it, ladies and gentlemen. He put away Alex Cardona Thompson in his debut here in the XCW. Great work there from Jack Delta. Did everything he could to put away ACT in his debut.
Excellent victory, Jack Delta right here, putting the roster on notice here with that victory over one of XCW's stalwarts.
And I gotta say, this is probably not the last time that we're gonna see destructive Jack Delta in an XCW ring. But let's go to the studio one more time. Thank you for joining us here on XCW Extra Compilations. There you have it, ladies and gentlemen, an amazing main event between the debuting Jack Delta and Alex Cardona Thompson. We've had it all here tonight. We've seen the debut of Riley Bates, his first match in XCW, a one-time appearance for Ivar Frostbane as he went one-on-one with Alex Riot, and to kick it all off here, the party begins with destructive Jack Delta going up against Alex Cardona Thompson on the main event with a huge win over ACT. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that is all the time that we have for you here tonight on XCW Extra Compilation. Until next time, I am Fletch. We'll see ya.